Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Bears coming in at 6-3, going up against the Vikings, who come in at 7-2.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They run it again with Cook. He can't get him down. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Boom.
Shotgun snap for McCarron. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Again, it's Cohen. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, They remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So they had great field position, but a three-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a three-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
And now out comes Minnesota. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On second down, Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Working from the gun here, McCarron. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play. So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, 1st and goal. Now they'll run it with Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They try again with Cohen, pushing through the contact. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now it's Trubisky. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Linval Joseph. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Carpenter knocks it through, and that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So that scores now in their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
And now out comes Minnesota. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They start the drive with Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
On 1st and 10, here's A.J. McCarron going deep for Diggs. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Here we go. 3-19.
McCarron again here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's McCarron. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, McCarron. And Rudolph has it left side. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night. That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down and 4. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Shift together here from the D-line. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
first. Here's McCarron. Now they go screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
And from the red zone now, it's McCarron. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Des Bryant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. And his kick is right through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's... going to. We still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. First touch of the game here for Benny Cunningham. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Play action. Now Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
After the INT, it's McCarron. Bryant with a catch right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a run with Cook. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Detroit! Detroit! Let's go! Leopard! Leopard!
On second down, here's McCarron. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Here we go.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And that's going to make it third down and 10. Third down, Trubisky. That's complete to Meredith. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Play fake here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Trubisky will throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr. From that outside linebacker spot, he's able to get in there for a loss of 9. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They run the counter with Cook. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. McCarron. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Pernell McPhee in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. McCarron following the sack. He leads his guys up on 3rd and long.
Let's go.
A.J. McCarron looking to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the set. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Green 39.
They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cameron Meredith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are in for 6. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Out left side here to Bryant. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now McCarron throwing on second. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Handoff comes to Cook, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. McCarron to throw on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. A give. This is Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now McCarron. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
McCarron from the gun on third. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22. They go with Cunningham. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Trubisky. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Cunningham. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go. Gun! Check.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Cunningham here on the ground. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Carpenter knocks it through, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
To throw is McCarron. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Here we go with 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's McCarron. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap from McCarron. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Dancing, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emerson Griffin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Now Cook running right. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The Vikings on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now Cohen. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. 6 yards still to go here on 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Benny Cunningham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Let him know.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years.